Happy Saturday. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a few days, so I just wanted to come on and, talk about it. It's a lot easier to make decisions when you know what's going to come next. So I know a lot of times, when you have a schedule, we've been doing a new program this week, and it's been more timed and on schedule, and it's been challenging. So, but if you keep practicing and moving forward with it, then you get better as you go along. So knowing what to expect and knowing what you're going to work towards helps make those decisions come easier. So if you are, there's so many things out in the, in the world about health and fitness. And I'm not an expert about health and fitness. I'm not. I'm here as a support and accountability coach. So I'm not, trained in anything specific, but I have learned along the way. So just kind of sharing what my ideas are. And before I had a plan, it was harder to keep track of what was going to happen because there's so much information. There's books and magazines and commercials and, people are telling you different things, and, some people are going to different gyms and they have different philosophies, and all of that is great. But it's harder to stick to a plan and know what to expect and get results when you're trying to feed from all those different places and put it, all into one, because it's not just one. They're all different philosophies. I talk with my hands a lot, apparently. So, when you're getting all of that information, I find that your head keeps spinning, or at least my head keeps spinning. I don't know if your head's spinning or not, and Dave, don't say I blink my eyes too many times. And so you have too much information going on in your head, that you get lost sometimes, and you don't see the end because you're trying to fit into everybody's expectations. And then it makes you feel bad about yourself because you're not succeeding. So, and I have my notes down here. When you have so many things going on, you don't have any place to land what those ideas are, and then you feel like you failed because you didn't get anywhere, because you're like, oh, well, I didn't do this and I didn't do this. And this week I made a post on my Facebook page, and it talked about calories and what was the idea of calories that you think you need to lose weight. Now, yes, a lot of people commented and said it's different for every single person, and even more specific, having going into metabolic testing and seeing what your heart rate is and how your VO2 max and all that stuff can happen, and that's true. And I'm not specifically trained in any of that. However, I did get some of that testing done, and so I know what it is. But even knowing that information, it's harder if you don't have a plan, if you don't know what you're going to eat or where to get the information, get the food from, or how much you're supposed to eat it in. So that's what we've been working on this week in my support and accountability group, is knowing what combinations of food to eat and what exactly are the food lists that you can choose from, and having the information right there. It's easier to, when you have that list right in front of you, to be able to get it and follow it to a T. At least it is for me. Like I said, if you're pulling it from all these different places, it's hard. So in the calories, it is, if you're like doing Weight Watchers or something like that, sure, you can get 1,200 calories and eat 1,200 calories off a cake. But is that the same 1,200 calories of eating, something from a specific nutrient-dense food list? No, it's not. But you can say, oh, well, I eat 1,200 calories. And so you're starving your body and you're not going anywhere. So it's, having that information and being able to follow that specific plan. This week we've been in what I'm calling my, it's my Project U group, and putting yourself first and taking care of yourself and working together in a mastermind community, and being able to help each other along with their struggles and along with our our greatness that we've been doing. And everybody, like last night, I put in there, what are some non-scale victories that you have? And, they don't have to do with the scale. I mean, actually probably maybe people have gained a little bit of weight this week because it's new and it's challenging and they're eating foods that they are not used to eating. So, but they're following the plan, and that's where it's great to have a checklist to say, yes, I did this, I did this, I did this. Because you know what? You have to schedule in me time also. And when you don't have your me time, like, whatever your me time is, so scrolling social media or watching Netflix or, reading a book or hanging out with your kids, whatever that is, it needs to be scheduled in, because if you don't have a checklist of things to do and a plan that you're following, then you never feel like you accomplished anything. And so then you always are feeling like you're a failure and you didn't get anything done, and therefore you don't do it because you're like, oh, well, I'm not good at it, or I can't do it because it's not working, and so I'm just not going to do it anymore. But that's not true. It's because you don't have a plan and your brain is spinning all over the place. So if you had a checklist to say, yes, I did this, I did this, I did this, and now you can feel accomplished to be like, okay, now I can sit down and watch TV or, do whatever it is you're doing. Have a plan, have a checklist. If you need help with a plan, reach out. That's what we've been working on, is having our plan and setting it to a T. So, let's see. What do I have this right? Don't fight who you are, accept that and work with it. So if, we were talking about being a morning person. I'm not a morning person. And sometimes I feel like, like getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and they're like, oh, you have to do better. Hey, Yvette, how are you? Long time no see. To be better, you have to do what other people are doing. And, like be a morning person, you have to get it all done. But you don't have to be anybody else. Don't compare your journey to anybody else's journey. Stay in your lane and follow your plan and stick to it. All right, so I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. I appreciate you all coming on and watching. I had lots of friends today. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.